Okay, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to survive work. I call it Feralism in the office. So over the years, I've learned office life is really just a loud, chaotic ruse, a theater of ineffective policies and manufactured urgency. Eventually, if you stay at a place long enough, you'll look around and realize you're the only one not participating in the mass hallucination. While your coworkers drown in self-delusion and the pursuit of petty power, you seek the exit. You have this overwhelming urge to just get in your car and drive and drive and drive. So you see, there's a specific kind of trap in the modern world. It doesn't look like a cage. It looks like a calendar invite. It looks like an urgent email about a project that won't matter in 3 weeks. We've all bought into the idea that to succeed, we must master the office environment. But in the office, mastering the environment usually means becoming a specialist in all things that do not matter. This is the trap of becoming good at all the unimportant things. Welcome to Feralism. I'm Mark. Now, of course, all of us have to fund our families and our freedom, so we have to stay employed. We have to work. But there is a difference between providing for your livelihood and surrendering your soul to the ruse. I'm not suggesting you become a liability to your team or insubordinate at work. You don't have to be a bad employee to be feral. I simply want to show you how to survive the environment without being consumed by it. Do your work, fulfill your contract, but never give them all of your energy. This is a guide on maintaining your mental health while on the clock. You'll need to learn to fulfill your duties while guarding your best self for the life that exists outside of the office walls. Look, in modern work culture, we are often rewarding for mastering nonsense, such as navigating office politics, perfecting useless spreadsheets, or knowing exactly how to word an email to avoid offending that one sensitive coworker. We become masters of the jargon. We learn the exact tone to use with the toxic manager to keep them from exploding. We become experts at navigating nonsense. We spend our best hours trying to become exceptionally good at all of the unimportant things. But here is the feral truth. What you master eventually masters you. Put it another way, what you focus on, you become. I think we've all heard that before. In reality, getting good at all of the things actually eats away or completely captures your soul. Every bit of energy spent trying to master all the unimportant noise and nonsense and corporate bureaucracy is energy stolen. Stolen from you, stolen from your family, and stolen from your true nature. Look, if you're watching this video, then you've already decided the office nonsense doesn't get to win. Your soul will not be eaten away or captured by the noise of the office environment. So good on you, and here's your payoff. I call it the Urban Survival Guide. 5 feral rules for your office. Number 1, practice selective excellence. Select the things that you want to be excellent at your 9 to 5, but do not master all of these tasks, or you will own these tasks forever. Do them just well enough to succeed, but never so well that they become your identity. Don't lose yourself. Don't let your work become your entire personality and consume who you are. This is called the capture of the competent. If you're too good at all the nonsense, the system will give you more nonsense to manage. And while that may feel like climbing the corporate ladder, in reality, you're just building yourself an even bigger cage. Instead, identify the mundane tasks that you've already mastered and let them run on autopilot. These are your areas of selective excellence. Fulfill the requirement, hit the mark, and then disengage. Quit striving for perfection in every task. Be competent enough to stay employed, but feral enough to leave it all behind at 5 o'clock or whenever your shift ends. See, to survive the 9 to 5 with your spirit intact, you have to practice a radical kind of simplicity. You have to learn the art of selective excellence while being strategically unremarkable in the areas that don't feed your soul. In essence, you have to learn to ignore at least some of the nonsense at work. Number 2, don't argue with the cage, just find the latch. When a toxic coworker is howling at the cage and they are looking for a performance from you, they want your anger, they want your defense, they want your participation in their nonsense. Just remember, the feral soul doesn't have to argue with a captive one. Give them a nod and a thanks for sharing, and then return back to your internal silence. And maybe it's not so much the work or the job. Maybe it's the people there, the employees that are capturing your soul. We've all worked with terrible coworkers, toxic managers, or human speed bumps before. They can run a perfectly good job quicker than anything else can. So you need to learn to cope with the captives. Instead of viewing difficult coworkers as enemies, view them through the lens of Feralism, as highly captured individuals, because they are. Most toxic behavior, gossips, power trips, micromanaging, all stem from someone who is deeply trapped by the system, and they need to exert control or feed their delicate egos. When your coworkers start gossiping, when the terrible person in the next cubicle tries to pull you into their storm, or when the incompetence of the human speed bump slows down the most simplest of projects, don't fight them. Don't try to fix them. Just observe them. Like a wolf watching a dog behind a fence. You recognize that they are captured. But the beauty is, you don't have to be. Treat it like bad weather in the wild. You don't get angry at the rain, you just find shelter. Don't engage with their nonsense. Observe it. Similar to a naturalist watching strange animal behavior. Become uninteresting to toxic people. Give short but unengaging answers. If you aren't fuel for their drama, they will look for someone else to suck into their wake. Number 3, build a mental perimeter. Treat your workspace like a temporary campsite, not a home. Keep your personal energy tucked away. When you walk through the office doors, you're an observer in a strange habitat. When you leave completely. Turn off all non-essential notifications. If it's not life or death, then it can wait. No work talk at the dinner table or during family time. No checking emails at the campfire. Your energy is a finite resource. Save some of it for your own life. Spend more of it on the things that matter. Refuse to spend all of your best hours on things that don't. Work to live, but never let the work live in you. All right, number 4, respect the dead space. Modern offices hate silence. They fill it with syncs, check-ins, and last-minute emergency meetings that aren't. Reclaim your silence. Use your lunch break to walk away from everyone, literally. Sit under a tree. Watch the sky. Stare at a wall. Or breathe at a screen in front of you. Maybe just read something that has absolutely nothing to do with your career. Escape for a little while. For your mental health. Remind your nervous system that the chaos is optional. Number 5, master the jargon. And I've been guilty of this one in the past. The moment you start using corporate buzzwords in your personal life, like leverage, synergy, bandwidth, touch base, or circle back, you've been captured. Keep your language simple and human while you're at home. Speaking plainly is a quiet act of rebellion against the system built on noise and empty promises, pizza parties, and fluff. Remember, your work is not your life. The work of life is to live. The office is just a habitat we are passing through to fund our uncaptured life. Don't become part of every storm and everyone's personal side quest at work. The goal at the office is not to win at everything. The goal is to exit the office with your spirit intact. Keep your wild on the inside while you do what you must on the outside. Survival should not cost you your soul. Don't mistake the ache for freedom as a desire for progression up the ladder. If you chase their titles to ease your pain, you'll only find yourself deeper in the trap, more captured than ever before. I hope these tips helped. I'm Mark. This is Feralism. And they were my 5 feral tips to help you survive your 9 to 5. Go find your feral.